What is up, everybody? Hope everybody is well. Hope you guys are making your dreams come true. I am at the beach right now. Back to the wall. People watching. So I thought I'd make a video. So we're going to jump into it. Got a couple of videos to discuss with you good people. So here we go. Check them out.
The next talking stage I have with a dude, I'm not finna be asking what's his favorite color and what kind of food does he like. And I don't want to know nothing about that. I want that first, middle, and last name. I want that birthday. I want the month, the day, and the year. I want all his aliases. I want all of the phone numbers he's ever had. I want to know where you were born and raised. Okay, I want to know your zip code. I want to know everything. Because I'ma just go ahead and get to the nitty gritty, put that information into public data check, and run a background report. Because I need to know now. I'm not waiting a month, 6 months. No. What I want to know, I'm going to find out now. So no, I don't want to know what you do on the weekends. I want to know if I'm talking to somebody who has a long and lengthy criminal history. I want to know if you're hiding a wife and kids. That's what I want to know. The
birthday. Yeah, I'm building my roster right now, and they always skip over my birthday. Yeah.
So hold on, let me just.
They're not gonna get drafted like that.
So you single?
I'm single.
Are you celibate?
No.
She was
So
celibate for
you
2
was
years.
fucking and didn't get a Christmas or a birthday gift?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it happened.
Not like that.
It happened.
No,
share your
not
truth.
from a man I expected to get anything. He's
But
not
fuck
like
expectations. Why would you fucking make me wait and get you a gift for your birthday or Christmas?
because sometimes you just need to get your pipes clean. You have a pipe cleaner.
Oh my
You
God.
always gotta have one pipe cleaner in the rotation.
And he don't need to do nothing for you. It's just when you
That's
want
it.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The toy.
You just gotta- yeah.
Oh, you very simple. I like
That's
a
it.
simple
I'm a
woman.
minimalist.
Yeah,
But she ain't gonna get you shit either.
Absolutely not.
that's fine. I'm not expecting
I am
nothing.
the gift.
Hold
Yeah, I'm
on.
building my roster right now, and they.
All right, so we're back from those videos. Let's talk about the first one. And as I've titled this, this is not a flex. Lady, this is not it. These are not flexes. However you want to say it, make it hood as ghetto as you want. This ain't it. This ain't cutting it. This ain't it. This is not a flex. So the next talking stage, as the lady portrays or says, she wants to have all these information. It would seem to me that this ought to be standard when you're entering into any relationship at all. Get this information up front. You ought to ask those questions. Now, she's obviously making it more comical, but, being more upfront, she don't want to know what you're doing on the weekends and stuff. But I'm certainly sure that you can weave those two into a conversation. And listen, I don't understand why this is not done. I don't understand why this is not done, why this is not principle, why this, where has the standard been let down? Where is this falling off at? How come this is going on? How come this is occurring? Right? Where are your fathers? Where are your uncles? Where are your big brothers who are vetting these men, helping you to vet these men? What's going on out here? I don't understand what's going on. It's absolutely crazy to me. It's baffling to me because we've regressed so far, and the problem is that talk like this comes off as intelligent or smart. Oh yeah, that's the thing to do. You know what, child? Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing, right? I'm gonna do that too, right? Oh, those are a good idea. Meanwhile, if we had strong communities, strong fathers, brothers, uncles, stepfathers, pastors, people in your life to help you vet these men, we could do all that kind of stuff. If you met someone at the church or you met someone at the job who could hook you up instead of just, getting rizzed up in grocery stores or getting rizzed up in Walmart, like all these videos of dudes that are constantly coming across my feed. I don't know why this is a thing. Not trusting anyone, going off of the words of the slick tongue that this dude's got, and you just give him his number, and you don't know him, you don't have anyone to vet him. Now you got to go through all this type of procedures, and then obviously you've been burned before. She has been burned before. Ladies have been burned before because you didn't do all this type of stuff. You trusted his smile and the car that he drove. It's not a flex. I know it's meant to be. I know it's supposed to be. I know it's, some sage advice, but this is not it, ladies. This is not it. This is not it. And I'm not saying don't get that information. Be very clear on what I'm saying. I'm saying that the traumas and the past experiences that have led you to this realization, to this epiphany right now, we could cut all this off if we taught our daughters at the age of 10 and 12 and 13 and 14 how to vet men. And these questions ought to be up front. If you let them meet your family, the talk, I'm not, okay, the talking stage, get this information. I'm saying this talking stage information should be axiomatic. In other words, it should be automatic. You shouldn't even have to make a video about this. The question is, why isn't this going on before? Why didn't you notice? Why? And I don't mean that in a pejorative, negative kind of, turn of phrase kind of thing. I mean, literally, why didn't you know this before? Why was this not on your radar and on your to-do list when you first meet a guy in the first place? Okay. So that's the first video, right? And let me go all the way to the extreme. And ladies, I really want you to understand how repulsive this is to men. I really want you to understand how repulsive this lady in the second video is to men. She is admitting that she has a pipe cleaner and that there's somebody who doesn't have to buy her Christmas gifts or Valentine's Day gifts or remember her birthday or whatever and still gets access to her body. That is absolutely repulsive. It will never, and she's building a roster. She's right. In other words, a roster, she means a food guy, a movies guy, a TV hanging guy, a lawn care guy, a car guy, a guy on the car when on board, and then there's the sex guy. And she wants somehow to fit these different men into this particular place, and thinking again that this is a flex and this is it, and all these different placeholders until the man of her dreams, if she's even looking for that. But I know there's a lot of ladies out there who just have this guy who just I'm just kind of looking around, and while I'm looking around, I'm gonna give myself sexually to other people who are not going to have to provide anything else, emotional support or financial support. He can just come over, we do what we do, and then he can go about his way. And I'm thinking, well, I don't have to give you anything. I had to pause that for a minute there. Guys are walking by, talking a lot. Just, you don't have to give me anything, do anything, provide me anything, emotional support. You don't have to love my kids if I got it. He don't got to do none of that. But the next guy, my boyfriend. Oh yeah, my boyfriend gonna have to do all this. My husband, oh yeah, he gonna have to do all this. I don't know. I don't understand if ladies really understand. I don't know if ladies really understand how repulsive that sounds to men. How I don't even know any other word that's really gonna be able to encapsulate how frustrating that is to hear ladies saying this. And I'm not naive. I can be naive, but I'm not naive enough to believe that it's not going on. But when you out here telling the world that this is going on, you're making videos about it and influencing other ladies to this is the way you need to go. Nah, listen, you are disqualifying yourself, and you're disqualifying every other woman out there who's going to engage in this type of behavior for those who want substantial relationships. And you're going to make the men who watch this type of stuff more suspicious, more reluctant to engage in the dating market. Why should I date this woman? Why should I take her out on dates? Why should I bring her to the movies? Why should I bring her to a comedy club? Why should I go putt golfing? Why should I bring her jet skiing? Why should I take her on vacation? And I don't know if she's getting her cheeks clapped by somebody else. Who am I in this rotation? What am I in this rotation? Do you have a rotation? So now, just like the first video, guys are going to have to ask that question on the first date as well. Okay, do you have a rotation? Do you have any friends? Do you have any friends with benefits? Are you single, right? Do you have a pipe cleaner? Do you have a plumber? I'm not saying you should sit around doing nothing or not going on a date occasionally, but this casual, it's repulsive to men. It's repulsive to men. And any man who's seriously considering dating you, and you're just randomly giving out the cookies to people who have no emotional connection to you, and you don't even expect Christmas gifts or birthday gifts, or if you got kids, buy your kids, if he's bringing you some Chick-fil-A or something, and is he gonna bring your kids something too? I mean, he don't gotta do none of that. He don't gotta come over and cook, clean. He don't gotta do nothing. You just lay down with this man, and thinking this is a flex. Thinking that this is a flex. Yeah, I can get this dude. Any woman can get any woman, any man, at any time. I mean, I'm being kind of hyperbolic here, but it's not a flex for a woman to go up to a man and get his number, because men are programmed to want more than one woman, and our standards are low. It's you who are more selective. 80 to 90% of women, 80 to 90% of men are unattracted to women. 80 to 90% of the men that are walking around are not attractive to women. So what that means is the man has to put in extra effort, extra work, the extra. I'm talking about average guys, to be something else in order to get what you are looking for. Looking for comedy. He has to compensate for his lack of physical presence. Maybe he's not as tall. Maybe he's got a little beer gut, whatever. Maybe he's whatever. Maybe he's balding. He's got to compensate with that, with humor, energy, charisma, charm, mouthpiece, mouth game. He's got to compensate for that. So you think that this is flat. I'm gonna go up there and let me get this dude's number. Oh yeah, I got it. Thinking this is a flex, thinking this is it. Trying to move. I hate this terminology, but I think it's so appropriate. Trying to live and move like men. It's not you're not a man. You're not moving like that. And men are not women. Not moving like that. All right. So now let's get into the Michelle Obama situation.
Decision to skip the inauguration, what people don't realize, or my decision to make choices at the beginning of this year that suited me were met with such ridicule and criticism. And it took everything in my power to not do the thing that was right, or that was perceived as right, but do the thing that was right for me. I had to basically trick myself out of it. People couldn't believe that I was saying no for any other reason, that they had to assume that my marriage was falling apart. Right. With not having anything to wear. I'm always prepared for any funeral, anything. I travel with clothes just in case something pops off. Mm-hmm. So I was like, if I'm not going to do this thing, I got to tell my team, I don't even want to have a dress ready. Yeah. Right? Because it's so easy to just say, let me do the right thing. I'm at this stage in life where I have to define my life on my terms.
I'm only going to address this because someone asked me my opinion. And I'm saying this, tying this into this is not a flex, because I want to demonstrate what and how the damage that Michelle Obama has done, or the potential that she is going to do to relationships between men and women, and in particular the black woman's how people view the black woman. I'm saying that because, just as I record this last night, I had a conversation with Dr. Dina McMillan, who I would suggest you all go over and check out her check out the video, and then make sure you hit the like button on that and on this video as well, and make sure you check it out, because we had a conversation, we talked about that, and this idea that black women are the lowest marriage rates, highest divorce rates, American black women, and I'm not saying that in any celebratory type of way. I'm saying that because I want to help fix the problem. And these women that I've portrayed on here are not helping your collective ethnic image. Now, it's true that, it's true, and we all wish that the minority of us would not drown out the majority of us who I believe are really, really good and decent people. I actually believe that. I think that you all are really, the vast majority of black women are good, decent people. The majority are probably not on Facebook or Instagram or social media, and they're just trying to do their thing. So I actually can appreciate that and can understand that. But here we have Michelle Obama, who is trying to give an answer as to why she did not attend the inauguration of Donald Trump and or the funeral of Jimmy Carter. Listen, I understand that, and Auntie Anita and I from Better Love Movement, we had a tense discussion about this, about duty in relationships and all that. And my opinion was and is, and I think, and Dr. Dina McMillan agreed with me, that you have a duty. You got to suck it up. This is the responsibility. This is the responsibility. And so what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is that ruining the cultural ethnic image. This is just another step in ruining the cultural ethnic image and the black woman's in particular ethnic image, and saying you're not qualified to be white. This is your culture. This is your culture. This is how you all view marriage. This is how you view casual sex. This is how you view duty and honor, obligation, respectability in your relationships. Here your husband is doing certain things, got to be at certain places, and you're not going to be there. There was things that I had to do at the police department, particularly as I moved up the chain, where you got to go to events. You got to go. Sometimes you got to rub elbows with people. Sometimes I had to bring my wife at the time. She had to go. Sometimes she was glad to go because she got out the house. But other times, even if she didn't want to go, she had to go. And there was things that she wanted me to do. I heard stuff, right? I wanted to stay home, but it was my duty and my obligation to support her in her venture and what she was doing. And for Michelle Obama to be married to a man who makes it to the pinnacle of pinnacles, right? What else can you do? What else can Barack Obama do? Become president of Brazil now? What are we saying? What are we talking about here? This man is president of the United States, the most, at the time, most powerful country in the world. At least that's what we say. Leader of the free world and all this kind of stuff. And here, this black man of African and European descent ascends to this high office, given our racial history of this country, and you're not going to stand by him? And this is what led people to think there's a jealousy, this, that, and the other, and this woman has constantly complained. I constantly complained that Barack didn't change enough Pampers. Are you effing kidding me? He wasn't around. He wasn't playing. He was changing Pampers enough. I had to do this. I had to teach him how to do that. I had to teach him how to wash dishes. This is black woman. What did Killmonger say? And Killmonger say, "Is this your king? This is what y'all looking up to." Listen, I'm making this video because I'm saying that this is not it, and I hope that ladies from the first video will understand you got to vet a man. Yes, early, but before you get traumatized by this particular type of situation, that's first. Second one, listen, man, just keep your mouth shut. I'm not naive to the fact that you might be doing whatever. I don't think that men are, but listen, you're just putting it out there, and looking for. I'm building a roster and looking for somebody else. And third, for Michelle Obama, that's not it, man. That's not it. That's not it. I don't know what she's trying to do. I don't even understand it. I don't even understand it. And it's too bad, and it's embarrassing. We all got to deal with that in your ethnic image, your cultural ethnic image. You want to date out, you want to do this, you want strong black men, you want competent black men. But we're here. This is what we're looking at. This is what we're looking at, and thinking these particular ladies are, I don't know their educational levels, but some of them, but they're not doing you any justice. And there's plenty that can be. I'm not going to do that. There's plenty that could be said about other situations, and I'm sure that there's positive, good, strong, educated, smart, cooperative ladies out there. But y'all got to step up, step forward, and put a blast on this kind of foolishness more than anyone else. And again, the question was asked to me about Michelle Obama. It was asked to me. I wasn't going to address it. I mean, I talked about it with Auntie Anita in a podcast we did. I talked about it with this McMillan, Dr. McMillan. But you all, the reason I have so many women on or as guests on my podcast, not because I'm not interested in talking to men. I talk to men, I always continue to talk to men. But I want you all to hear it from a woman's perspective, because when I say it, I don't know, talking about, beating men, beating women, misogynistic, red pill, manosphere, talking points. Oh my God. Maybe I just want the community to be better. And I want to point out the stuff that is hindering and holding us back from having lasting, loving, strong relationships. And what would do that? Proper vetting from the beginning. Not entering into relationships with trauma. Not entering relationships with this expectation and this roster behind you of men who are sleeping with you and buying you gifts and doing whatever and thinking that some good, strong, competent man who's been on his game, on his grind, building himself up, went to school, got educated, a thug in a suit, and all this other stuff that you want, and you think that he's going to be able to, he's just going to tolerate you just doing whatever with these other dudes. Who is telling y'all this foolishness? And what man is dealing with this? Shame unto the men. I just watched a video by again, Auntie Anita talking about, these dudes who are paying, you got to cash up a woman for, cash app a woman just for access to her. Get my attention, you got to cash at me $50, $100, get my hair and nails done, whatever they're doing. And shame on the dudes who are doing this. I got plenty of smoke for the dudes, but y'all gotta man up. Y'all doing this kind of stuff, you need the manosphere. You need the red pill movement. You need it. If you're out there just cash apping women, hey beautiful, DMing girls and just sending a cash app, somebody needs to knock you in the head and tell you to knock it off. You need the manosphere. You need to get yourself together. So, all right, that's it. Let me know your thoughts, your opinion. Hit the like button. Hit me in the comment section. Let's keep the conversation going. Got anything you want me to talk about, hit me in the email, which is going to be in the description. If you're looking for a life coach also, hit me in the description as well. Take care of yourselves. Much love and peace. Also got members videos, all that. I'm going to try to drop one of those once a week. Members only videos. So sign up for the membership. Take care of yourselves. Much love and peace.